Okay, it's 25 April. We have two nukes from the Bee Place. That's going to go into Bravo 2, and that's in Bravo 3. So they're both open and ventilating. Well, I say ventilating, so the bees can get some air. And I think we've got everything set up this time. Smoker's ready. Checklist in hand. And we're not going to waste too much time with this process. Actually have some. I've got 4 frames inside. There should be 5 frames in here. So depending on how it looks, I'll take an extra frame out. Actually, I'll take an extra frame out now. I'll take 2 out. And I've got the feeder ready to go. I'm going to put that up first, and then we can spray the extra frames. I'll do that now. So this is the sugar water solution. Should make them take to the frames a little easier. At a minimum, we'll have at least 2 here. So I'll go ahead and spray these 2 now. Put them on the ends. And I'll put the Boardman feeder on. This way I don't have to, well, I say mess with the front entryway. The girls seem to really dislike when I do that, so. They really dislike it. Alright, so the feeder's on. And I've got another piece of cardboard. The smoker's working. So checking my checklist. Wow, I think we're almost there. So the jar feeder, smoke, and we got to look for the queen this time around, since I clearly did not see the queen last time. Oh, let's open it up this way. So we'll get one corner open. That's actually quite good. So I see honeycomb on one side. Actually, I see honey on 2 sides, actually, and broods in the middle here. We'll smoke to keep them down low. So we're not going to waste time here. We're going to move them straight over, frame by frame. So I'll start with this corner one. And of course, I have the little tool to separate the frames, because these cats have been busy. Of course, bees are always busy, doing their thing. With any luck, I should find the queen this go around. So, oh yeah, I see capped honey, lots of honey. This is actually cool. And they're busy gurgling the honey. They're all over it. So I think when they get stressed, that's what they do anyway, so. A little bit of stress as they get into the new home. All right. The next frame out. Almost want to have my bee brush. I don't want to crush anybody, that's the idea. So we've got brood. I don't see any. Yeah, their heads are inside the holes. It's actually quite neat. See all this. No queen yet. No supercells, or swarming cells they call them. We'll place this one in. Oops. Knock some down. See if they find that feeder soon. So we do have 5 frames. All right, this is number 3, brood. A lot of brood on this one, and some empty cells as well. Don't see a queen on this one yet. Hopefully, oh, maybe. Maybe a drone. The drones are quite big, I know. All right. 4. There's a big gaggle. I'm thinking maybe the queen's there. Don't know. I mean, as big as she's supposed to be. So I see more brood and some capped honey on the top of this one. Could be nice though. Find the queen. So a little jostling normally gets them. All right, this is the last frame for Bravo 2. Don't wanna. So we've got honey, we've got brood. I think that's bee pollen or bee bread I'm looking at. Yeah, for now on we get marked queens. We can actually see what we're doing. There are clusters, and I'm thinking maybe that's where the we got some action over here. I'm not sure what it is though. All right, this is going in. Some of them are already taking to the... All right, so now we've got what's left. I'm gonna take a look to see maybe, possibly, we have any queen action in here. I'm sure it's easy to miss. Yeah, I did pretty good on that one. all the bees off. Which means I'm going to close this up. Got a few that aren't doing so well. Alright, so I'm going to slide the frames together. We actually have enough room for me to add another frame. Oops. Sorry. Idea is not to crush the bees. So again, this is a sugar spray. A couple extra squirts, keep them happy. Mildly entertained. And I'm going to add, so this is a 10 framer. We have 5 frames. I'm going to add, we're going to have a total of 9. I'll keep the last one off for now. I think we've got good spacing. All right, next up, so this is the beetle trap. I'm going to fill this up. And then we've got burr comb on top. I'm going to take some of that off now. So the idea with this one, beetles enter the trap, they can't get out. Preserve the bees. So I'll put this on the corner, in between the frame and the last item. Now, get just a little bit of the burr comb off the top. And I have a pollen patty that we'll put on top as well. Yeah, blowing on them doesn't really work. They just get upset. That's why they have the smoker, I guess. Overall, they seem to be pretty, I mean, there's quite a few huffing about now, but all right, that's everything. So, no sign of the queen, but no problem there. I'm going to put a pollen patty on top. Bit of a sticky gooey mess, but it works. As long as the bees like it, we're good to go. All right, feeder's on. anti-beetle stuff is on. Now we just have to add to the top, and since I've got some congregating on top here, I'll use the smoker, and then we'll put the I think it annoys them more than anything else. All right, top feeder is on. I'm not going to add as much syrup as in Bravo 1. I mean, they don't seem to take to it as much as I thought they might. Woo! And that's it for Bravo 2 Colony. We've got 5 frames in. 5 frames that I full of honeycomb, brood, and bee bread, pollen and all. So that's in. The jar feeder's in. The top feeder, I put some in, not as much. It can hold like 2 gallons, so I put about a gallon, if that, in. And then there's a pollen patty that I put on top. So it's bee pollen mixed up with some other items, things that are good for the bees. It's a sticky, gooey mess. I meant to bring some tongs so I don't get it on the gloves, but there we go. All right, so they're working out the front entryway now, which is good. It'll take them a bit to all get there, but it shouldn't be a problem. So we're gonna go ahead and tie this puppy down and move on to Bravo 3. We had some pretty big storms a couple of days ago, but no problem with the hives because everything was ratcheted down quite nicely, so things are looking pretty good. All right, so this is the Bravo 2 Colony. It's up and running. All right, let's keep moving. We'll shift focus to Bravo 3. Making sure everything is situated before we go any further. Smoker's good. All right, we're gonna move the girls off so I can get access to the hive. And I'll keep 4 frames in, like the last one. I'm going to spray these down first. It's an incentive for them to start building their comb on. That's essentially what it is. And with the Boardman feeder, we'll add that on now. Spilling sugar water out of here does no good at all. So I have a reduced entryway using a piece of cardboard. I have another plan, but it hasn't come through yet. I've ordered more entrance reducers, and I'm going to take those and cut them. So once I cut them, it'll give me what I want here as far as the reduced side, the reduced entrance. And these cats are remarkably calm right now. It should make me nervous. All right, we'll crack the back end and get some smoke going. There are a lot congregating right in the very top. So, you know, I'm just going to get ahead of the power curve. Get ahead of the power curve. So we're good there. Just in case the queen's on there, I don't want to lose anybody. So, all right, so let's start with separating some of the burr, separating the, and we're going to put them in the same order, of course. Nothing changes there. And the ones on the ends I can see already full of honey. Actually quite excited about the fact that there's honey in this. So I'm looking at honey. Yeah, they're building up the comb quite nicely here. And again, I'm looking for the queens. We've got bee bread too. My first good look at bee bread. I guess where they mix the pollen with the water and capped brood, I believe. All right, we'll slide this one in. So the darker cap, they've got the raised dome appearance, which is good. And I just took out a bee, sorry. Just took one out. Laid it down on its side. And yeah, looking still for the queen. Be really great to see her. I think I found a drone. He's huge. So the queens and the queens are bigger, but the drones are the next big size up. And then of course comes easier to tell now with the honey against the bee pollen, the different colors. So this, more of a golden color. So we're looking at, yeah, the frame is yellow, I know, but You can tell there's honey in this because that's got a slightly lighter color to it than the brood or the bee bread. Ah, this is quite cool. Yeah, no queen on this one that I can see. I will get marked queens from here on out. And these guys don't seem to be as anxious. Maybe not anxious. They're not as... Took out another one. Did not mean to do that. All right, so looking for... And I think I found her. No, it's a drone. Taking one more second. This is a really big one here. But I think those are probably the drones. The drones are quite large. All right, last frame brush here. Wow, a lot of them have congregated on the far wall here. Oh, and this is heavy. Yeah, this is heavy. I can see where people would prefer the 8 frame. This is absolutely laden with honey. And big groupings here. So I'm going to see if Queen Mom is over here. I see a huge gaggle. Let's see. The drones, and these are the Italian ones, but the drones are quite the size. It's a little easier to take time now to find out what's happening. Slide it in nice and easy. Don't want to crush anybody. Whew. And I think I just did. I think we had some honey that actually dripped on here. It's amazing. All right, so, wow, follow these bees. Might have been easier to dump the barrel in there first, but we got a ball going on. Not sure what that's all about. These are balling up just a bit here. Keep them calm, because we're going to have to put them in here. So, here's what I'm going to do. Hate taking them out again, but I have a broken frame. Not the way we want to go. All right. So this is where a frame holder would be really nice and handy. Alright, so we're just going to replace this frame. Other that I took out from the other hive. Since it's a tin frame, it'll match. Always good to have extra frames on hand. So with this done, we're gonna knock these bees in. As you can see, there's a lot of them hanging out inside, so. Don't want to lose anybody, so. Okay, everybody's on board. We get one more frame installed. I don't know, seem a bit more agitated now that I've taken the last of them out of the box. Now they're upset. Okay. We'll get this is for the beetle trap. And this is a disposable one, so, well, I mean not disposable, you can use it again. So I have beetle trap oil. I think you can also use canola oil, something similar. Just a few drops in. So the idea is that any beetles that come in there, I can clean this out, I can dump them out, clean it out, and reuse it. The other type of beetle trap is disposable. I'm good with this one. All right, let's go for some pollen patties, and we'll wrap this one up. Yeah, gotta use tongs next time. Tongs will be easier. Amazingly, everybody's out of this box. I'm going to put this over to the side. And all that's left is the top feeder. Smoke to get them down. Once again, so I don't crush anybody. Of course, that's why we also have so I have a brush that I am actually not using that I should use. Okay, that's done. All right, the girls have their syrup. Once again, didn't put as much in this one. Woo! And before they start to... Oh, shoot. You cannot swim, so you need to go. Ah! Oh, goodness. I'm trying to make sure the girls don't get stuck in here. Not what I want. Okay. So 5 frames have been installed. We saw honey, we saw brood, we saw the bee bread. Didn't see the queen, but I did identify a number of drones, which are the larger ones. Didn't say the queen wasn't there, but they seem to be relatively happy. So a lot of them are congregating on the front on this one as opposed to over B2. But the jar feeder is installed. Slightly reduced entrance here with the cardboard. Pollen patties, there's 2 pieces that I put on top. And I think we're good. Everything worked out relatively easy. And if not easy, it's probably just me, so. All right, let's tie this down. We won't be coming in here for, we'll do an inspection maybe in a week. But give them time to acclimate.